Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Downs. We are playing more Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did... Well, I think sorry, one moment. Anyway, last episode we did the Armorsmith questline, and today we're going to go into the Goldsmith questline of... Fucking hell, of Stormblood. Ah, Lynn, it's a catastrophe. Her Grace Sultana, she suddenly decided to visit the guild. I can't imagine what I've done to incur her wrath. But wait, if I did incur her wrath, I'd be the one summoned before her. That's the way it works, right? Oh, tell me I'm right. Praise be to the Sultana. Yes, miss. As much as I'd like to assist you, a rather important guest is due to arrive any moment now. Should you be referring to the Sultana, then I am she. Pray for giving my appearance, but as my visit is private in nature, I wish to avoid the public eye. Your Grace, you're already here. No, wait. I mean, you honor us with your presence. Pray be at ease, Guildmaster, and may I say the surprise is mutual. For is this not dear Lynn who stands before me? I came with the intent of having Mr. Serendipity relay a request to you, but full glad am I that I may make said request personally. I can't speak. You see, it is my desire to help ordinary Alamegans rebuild their lives. To this end, I intend to establish a school for artisans. Such a school requires a capable mistress, and to this vital role I will appoint none other but you, Lynn. Huh? Some days ago, Her Grace made a visit to the city's refugee quarters. There she bore witness to the full extent of their daily struggles, and the sight filled her with sorrow. More so than sorrow, it filled me with shame. The shame that such despair should exist under my rule. It served as a stern rebuke of my failings as a leader, and a reminder that mine inaction may beget great suffering, as it did when I allowed Tolegia the Legi to run rampant, thus subjecting you and yours to unimaginable pain. As I've long believed, by helping the refugees, so too do we help Ul'dah. With Alamega's liberation now reality, their citizens will desire to return home. Alas, the years have left her industry barren, and there are precious few opportunities for repatriated citizens to make a living. If the nation is to survive and eventually thrive, we must needs till the soil of her economy. In pondering this endeavor, I sought the counsel of wise individuals from far and wide. Was their prevailing recommendation that the seeds of trade be sown through the training of craftsmen who would go on to create a product that would be synonymous with Alamega. In this way did we arrive at the idea of an artisan school. Rolgar's Reach, home to the Alamegan resistance, was nominated as a location. This left the question of who to send as schoolmaster. In searching for the answer, I turned to Master Marcel for his opinion on an exceptional goldsmith fit to represent Ul'dah. And of all the names he could speak, he speaks the very same that I had in mind. Yours, my dear Lynn. Apologies for the suddenness of the request, my friend. I had been privy to the initiative for some time, but it was to be kept in the strictest confidence. Lest you doubt the plan's feasibility, rest assured it was met with even the Syndicate's approval. For Alamego is rich not only in the smithing tradition, but in mineral deposits besides. A favorable environment for a goal of economic revival. I am providing such funds as I may to the initiative, yet an investment of coin alone feels somehow impersonal. To that end, I would make a further contribution to the future of the Alamegan people. My mother's crown, which she wore when she was away. The jewels shall be used in your work. The kindly soul that she was, my mother, will be glad that it might serve a noble cause. Such a sacrifice bespeaks the strength of her Grace's commitment. Oh, Lynn, you'll do it, won't you? For the people of Alamego, and her Grace, and for me as well, for good measure? You can count on me. I had every faith that you would accept, but I am no less grateful for it. Thank you, Lynn. I shall not soon forget this favor. Now then, I have entrusted the general arrangements for the school to Master Marcel. Pray have the particulars from him and Mistress Serendipity. Ah, beg your pardons. Yes, this is he. What, so soon? Well, there certainly is no time like the present. At her grace's behest, I had put out word among Alamegan refugees that we are recruiting apprentices. The effect was immediate, and a number of promising young candidates have answered the call. As a matter of fact, they are already gathered outside city walls near Spinous Basin. If you would care to accompany me there, this is a chance to meet your students-to-be. I have like a random muscle in the left side of my body just spazzing out, which is intriguing. And not really spazzing out, just kind of like tensing up, and it's just not stopping. It's like pulling a little bit every now and again. Must have been the wind. Actually, I can just go to Gate of Thal. Well, it's the Gate of Nalt that I need. There. My thanks for coming, Adair. Now then, these are the 3 individuals who answered our call for apprentices. Though they are virgins to goldsmithing, they come to us with experience in other fields. In your capacity as schoolmaster, may I suggest you say a word to each of them? Once you are done here, pray return to the guild. There have been developments in the school's establishment, and Jameen will furnish you with the details. Oh, wait, you're the teacher? But Guido said it was gonna be a ravishing Mikote. Got fooled again, damn it. He always does it to me, and I keep falling for it. I suppose I ought to introduce myself. I'm Hal, and I'm a miner. Was at any rate, till my bastard of a brother duped me into becoming a goldsmith. Well, they ain't exactly true, because I've always been interested in the craft. You name a rock or ore, I've dug it up. And it's darn fascinating to learn how it all gets used. Hello, Chief. What is his name? And I'm my brother, Hal. Used to smith for the resistance, fixing weapons and such. In our country, there's always been some fighting going on somewhere, and I grew up thinking a craftsman works only on tools of war. But before she died, Ma would always tell us the fighting would end one day, and when that day comes, Alamega's got a neat craftsman what'll bring her coin and make her prosper. Recently, I started giving more thought to Ma's words. I asked myself how I might help my country get back on its feet, and this opportunity came along to learn goldsmithing. I took it as a sign, and took it up. It's a pleasure to meet you, miss. I am Jakabika, and I've loved trinkets and accessories since I was little, and so I started working at a small jewelry shop. At first I was just a shopkeep, but simply selling stuff got boring fast, so I nagged our artisans to teach me a thing or two, and I learned enough to help out with repairs. But then I decided I wanted to become an artisan myself, and here I am. But enough about me and more about you. I heard that you're the one who crafted the music boxes that together played an original arrangement of a famous tune by none other than the Songers of Vulda. I know it! You've been the talk of the shop, and they're going to be so jealous when they hear I'll be learning from you. But most importantly, I've always admired your work, and it's an absolute honor for me, and I promise to do my best. Well, that's definitely a colorful array of people. Still wild to see freaking female Rothgar. But it does like add more color to the rainbow, which is always nice. Adds more color to like all the characters that you see running around. And we're lost. And we're lost. I've been waiting for you, Lynn. As you will have heard from Master Marcel, there have been developments in regard to the artisan school. Guildmaster Serendipity has selected a goldsmith who will serve as your deputy. May I introduce Miss Emeloth? At your service, though we meet for the first time, your many accomplishments are well known to me. It will be an honor and a pleasure both to assist you in instilling the fundamentals of goldsmithing into our budding young apprentices. When the school is finally opened in Rogers Reach, Miss Emeloth Miss Emeloth will be the resident instructor, overseeing the students' everyday learning. The chance to work with an acclaimed goldsmith such as you seldom visits, and so when the offer came, I fairly jumped at it. I shall endeavor to be a worthy deputy to you. Now then, it will be a little while until the classes begin, so feel free to go about your business for now. Rest assured, I shall be in touch when the time comes. Glad tidings, then. The Alamegan resistance has sent word that all is in readiness at Rogers Reach for the Artisan School. The time has come for you and Miss Emeloff to strike out for Garabania, there to cultivate a new generation of goldsmiths. Though I'm not directly involved, the mere thought of the venture sets my heart aflutter. Madam, your deputy awaits you at Spineless Basin, where I believe you first met your students. Pray see to your preparations and join her there at your earliest convenience. Right. Spineless Basin. You lack spine, brother. Good evening, Tulin. You just missed our apprentices. They struck out for vulgar speech with moments ago. A shame you couldn't see their stunned faces when I told them the school was established under the patronage of the Sultana herself. Nay, they had no idea who their benefactor is. Doubtless they assumed the coin was publicly sourced, but the seventh cell would freeze over before Ulda becomes so charitable. The truth is, her grace is personally bearing all expenses. However, she desires no credit for it, and wishes instead to keep the initiative quiet, and so, when the call went out for apprentices, nary a mention was made of her involvement. I can only imagine how the three will react when they learn that her grace's contributions include her lady modest crown. Speaking of the crown, I have it in my safekeeping. Let us see it safely to Rogger's Reach, where our eager apprentices await. Shall we then? Yes. Yes. Yes, we shall. We're gonna reach for Roger. As we always have been doing. There you are, Lynn. Upon arriving, I was surprised to learn that yours is already an established name in these parts. Makes it all the more compelling that her grace would name you for the role. But without further ado, may I introduce you to Kanshana, our liaison with the Resistance. Greetings and welcome to Rogger's Reach. We Ananta love accessories, love to make and wear them. The goldsmithing of your kind is most intriguing, and I look forward to observing your techniques. But tell me, this crown you have brought, such a precious thing, yet you mean to take it apart for its stones? Yeah, it belonged to the Sultana's mother and is worth a fortune, and to be honest, the idea for working on it frightens me. Let us strive to be worthy of it. The crown is a symbol of Sultana's faith in us. As the schoolmaster says, we must strive to be worthy of that faith. It is a tradition among nobles to bequeath gemstones unto those nearest and dearest to them, and to her grace, the people of Eorzea are as her children. So let us retrieve the stone and receive the stones with thanks and ensure that they serve a good cause. That which will lead to a better future for all Amigans, as is her grace's will. So that is the way of it. Very well. I shall show you to the space we have set aside for use by the artisan school. But I must ask, is that to be your actual name? It strikes me as somewhat generic. Hard to argue with that. If we're gonna be selling our wares eventually, I reckon we need a catchier name to slap on them. Right, something less a school and more a workshop, like the Crown Gem Works, you know, in honor of the Sultana. I believe this is a fine idea. That is a fine name. What say you, schoolmaster? It's official then. From this moment forth, the Crown Gem Works is in operation. Kanshana, pray lead the way. Schoolmaster, to begin with, may I suggest you have a word with each of the apprentices? It would serve to build rapport, and you would stand to learn about them. Where are we going, bro? Me, I've never done a crafting before, and it's all I can do to remember the basics. But Miss Emeloff says I got a sense of a working stone. That's from my experience talking, I reckon. I glance and I can tell a stone's character, its hardness and all that. Can't say the same when it comes to metal, though. Flag up ore, to be sure, but that stuff what comes to us ain't ore no more. Stone don't change like that. Hello there, Chief. Just working on the basics at the moment. Having been a smithy, the metal side of things comes pretty natural to me, but cutting and polishing stones, well, that's a whole new world. I can't, for the life of me, tell what's good and what's bad. I haven't seen enough finished products, I suppose. Schoolmaster, so it's true what Miss Emeloff says. And you know all our warriors here and fought with them besides. Wow. To think that your skilled hands can create magnificent work of art as well as wreak bloody havoc. are a truly versatile schoolmaster, and I'm honored to be your pupil. But most of all, I am honored that her grace would entrust us with her crown, but a little nervous as well, because I can be clumsy at times. So I'll have to take extra care that my hands don't slip. You've spoken with our apprentices? How do they fare? Man, she's freaking huge compared to Lynn. I see. My own impressions are much the same as yours. Jekabika shows her promise. Her time at a jewelry shop has instilled her with artistic sense, and she has zeal in abundance. The challenge will be the two brothers. Guido works metal like a veteran, but stone like a layman. Hal, meanwhile, is the opposite, brilliant with stone, but lackluster with metal. A goldsmith proficient in only one area is no goldsmith at all, and I have a mind to have them overcome their weaknesses ere I let them move on to the next step. What say you, schoolmaster? Let's cultivate their strength first, I would say. Oh, before addressing weaknesses, you would first cultivate strength. Perhaps there's wisdom in this. At this early stage, a focus on shortcomings is liable to undermine motivation. With this in mind, I have a proposal. We prepare a sample product, which our apprentices will work together to reproduce the best of to their abilities. The point is to create something from beginning to end, and to that end, we will have each person take charge of the area in which he or she excels. This exercise will give them not only a sense of satisfaction, but also a better understanding of each aspect of our craft and context. My thanks, schoolmaster. Such an idea would not have occurred to me without your input. Now on to the question of a sample. I believe that it is best made by your hands. The quality would surpass aught I could hope to produce, and the knowledge that it came from you would serve to inspire apprentices. As for the subject, yes, a silver ring should pose a suitable challenge, something adorned with a beautiful lapis lazuli from her grace's crown. But here are some materials to get you started. Should you require more, you need but ask Kanchana. Our apprentices keenly await our task then. May I ask if the ring is ready? A silver ring set with a single brilliant lapis lazuli recovered from the crown of Nanamo Ulnamo's mother. Paragod's beard is an immaculately balanced ring, and the exquisite texture, each hammer stroke is lovingly measured. I'd expected to be impressed, but I find myself in utter awe. This ring is the very embodiment of perfection, a worthy vessel for the Sultana's faith and goodwill. 'Tis the simplest articles that separate masters from middling craftsmen. I wonder if our aspiring young goldsmith will be able to appreciate the difference. Everyone, pray gather around. For your next task, we will have you make a simple ring. Schoolmaster Adair has personally crafted a sample for your reference. Oh, there's no way I could possibly make something this fine. Not within my lifetime, and definitely not today. Haha, such refreshing candor and a sentiment I can well appreciate. Though I'm no expert, it's plain that this is the work of a true master. And so it is, but be not daunted, my apprentices, for we neither ask nor expect a master's quality of you yet. Nay, your goal is to simply produce a finished product, and you needn't give thought beyond that. I was thinking I was handy with metal, but this is taking it to another level. I hear you. Thought the gem was already perfect when it was on the crown, but now it's more perfect. The tiny warps there was on the surface are all gone. Not that I noticed them before. I guess we're better at something than we are at others, but it's all the same next to what the schoolmaster can do. Right, the goal's so far away, it doesn't seem to matter where we start from and what our strengths and weaknesses are. Rest assured, your strengths are nothing to look down upon, and we shall draw upon them first of all. As such, the work will be delegated as follows. Widow will be responsible for fashioning the band. Hal will cut and polish the stone, and last but not least, Jekabika, will take charge of the initial design and finishing touches. Doubt not that the time will come when you strive for mastery in all aspects of goldsmithing, but to begin with, I want you to focus on cultivating your individual strengths, and bid you join them together now to create your very first finished product. Yes, miss. We appreciate you taking the time to craft such an amazing sample, especially for us, and we promise to do our very best. The schoolmaster and I have every confidence that you will. Remember, this workshop is yours and everything here is at your disposal. But should you have any further needs or questions, do not hesitate to come to us. The change in their beating? Their bearing was fairly palpable, was it not? To behold your ring was to gaze up at the true heights of our craft, and it instilled them with newfound determination. I look forward to seeing how they rise to the challenge. Well, can't speak. Something tells me that this quest is going to be a lot longer than the one from last time. Thanks to your inspired idea and extraordinary craftsmanship, we have addressed the issue of the two brothers' shortcomings, and may carry on their education. Alas, another issue has arisen. This time with Jikabika. She possesses determination, artistic sense, and above all, a love for jewelry. I was quite certain she would succeed as a goldsmith. But she is, for want of a better word, clumsy, remarkably so. She falters at the most vital step in applying the finishing touches and ends up having to start from scratch. This has happened so many times now, she has become quite depressed. Considering how reliable she is at molding, I cannot understand why she would struggle in this way. Could it be she puts too much pressure on herself and it robs her of a steady touch? Whatever the cause might be, perhaps you will be able to discern it, where I could not. Would I trouble you to look in on Jikabika, schoolmaster? And the other two as well, while you're at it. You are like to find them at the sutler's tents. Me, I've been watching Miss Emerald trying to imitate her movements. She's real graceful with rhymes, you know. Next time, maybe you could let us watch too. Jikabika. Aye, she's been having a lot of mishaps of late, and it's gotten her down. The funny thing is, you know when she's when something's about to go wrong. She furrows her brow, looking real focused like, and then lets out a growl, and the next moment, all her hard work's undone. Thanks again for the other day, Chief. We got our heads done, and together, trying to put out a ring that won't shame you. If I noticed anything about Jikabika's work, well, decide better than me, and that's taking all her bungling into account. More's the pity. Because she seems to know exactly what she wants to do. I ain't no expert, not yet anyway, but might be as she could stand to slow it down some. I mean, outside of work, sure it gets me and Hal mixed up. I won't deny the resemblance, but I'm clearly the better looking one. Alright, okay, but... Schoolmaster, I'm at my wit's end. I keep botching the finishing touches and it's so frustrating, and I don't know what to do anymore. I was never clumsy like this in the past, and though people say I talk in streams of thoughts, I never rush my work. But for some reason, my hands and fingers don't move as well as I will them. I can't for the life of me work out what's wrong, and it's driving me mad. I'm just about ready to give up. Were you able to learn aught of Jikabika's situation? She furrows her eyebrows before an instance of bungling, you say, and struggles to tell the two brothers apart besides. Seems to me the problem lies with her eyes. I was aware of her poor eyesight, but I assumed that her spectacles corrected it. Well, Jikabika is right there. Let us test her vision and ascertain the possibility. Schoolmaster, may I trouble you to summon her while Kanchana and I set things up? She's colorblind, isn't she? You wish to test my vision, Schoolmaster there, but of course. So I just stand here and should I take off my spectacles? Nay, young Goldsmith, pray leave them on. Let us begin then. Whose hand is raised, Miss Emerald's or mine? Oh, that's easy. Yours, Kanchana. Whoa. What? It honestly appears that way to you. By the gods, girl. What world have you been living in? Have you not already strolled off a cliff? We have our answer. Her spectacles have outlived their usefulness. Mayhap her schoolmaster would be so kind as to make her a new pair. It just so happens I had spectacles in mind for the next task. From the curves of the lenses to the joints of the frame, these items demand a high degree of precision, and are thus ideal for cultivating attention to detail. The spectacles we craft for Chikabika would also serve admirably as a sample for our apprentices, and for their added benefit. May I suggest that you make a demonstration of it? So the schoolmaster will make me a new pair of spectacles, and it'll be a reference for the next task? Whenever you're ready, Lynn. As before, if you are short of materials, Kanchana will furnish you with whatever you require. Okay, that's pretty bad. I thought she was just colorblind, but she's actually straight up blind because her glasses are ass. It's fine. I got you, homie. I got you, girl. How are the spectacles coming along? A pair of corrective glasses crafted to accommodate for Jikabika's failing eyesight. Ah, whoopsie. Shit. No, don't distract me. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. Nicely looking. Praise be, I can see again. All the beauty of the nature in its fullest brilliance, extending as high as the heavens and as far as the horizon. My world is so wide now, I feel as though anything and everything is possible. Thank you, schoolmaster, thank you from the bottom of my heart. To look at your glee, it's a wonder you didn't realize the fault lay in your spectacles. At any rate, you may again work with confidence. She could hardly see worth a damn, and she could still do a sight better than us. We're gonna have to lift our game something fierce. Hear me, Hal? Loud and clear, Guido, loud and clear. These are the finest spectacles a girl could hope to own, and I don't know how close we can get to such quality, but we're going to give it our all. Prior to this, Chikabika showed a glimpse of promise, but with her new spectacles, I believe she is set to give us a veritable eyeful. Seeing this has served to stoke the fires within Guido and Hal, and we may expect much and more from them also. They may be works in progress, but quickly are they taking shape. Ere long, they will become goldsmiths in their own right. From our perspective, they still have far to go, but they now have it in them to craft wares fit to grace shop displays. In anticipation of this, I have been consulting Master Marcel on finding purveyors willing to stock their handiwork. Ours is an unknown name for now, but the day will come when the people the realm over gather in droves seeking Crown Gemworks articles. It is to see such a day arrive that we labor. I can't speak. It occurs to me that if these spectacles are to serve as reference, would Chikabika not need to remove them? How would she carry out her work in that case? Oh, right you are. Shall we say that this is part of the challenge? It would afford us a little more time to prepare for the next task. That's the thing I was thinking about, that like the first second that they brought this up, I was like, sure, I'm gonna make glasses, but how is she gonna be able to use this reference if she can't see without the glasses? Schoolmaster, I trust you've been keeping well. Pleases me to say that our apprentices are making sound progress. Such is their dedication. They've even formed a study group of their own volition. Pray excuse me a moment. Master Marcel, good morning to you. Truly, we are in your debt. You'll recall that I've been looking for willing outlets for apprentices with handiwork. To that end, I sent some samples to Master Marcel to present to merchants. Well, that was Master Marcel reporting on the results. And it seems these samples were very well received. No few outlets have expressed their interest, with some willing to stock our wares on a trial basis. Though it's low volume still, orders have already come in, and Master Marcel asked that the apprentices come to Estames for a meeting with the client. with the clients. To reach the stage in so short a time is a tremendous achievement, and they may rightly feel proud. Speaking of the apprentices, they shall be glad for the tidings. Mayhap the schoolmaster would care to be the bearer? There's no denying news would be sweeter coming from you then. Might I trouble you to tell them? You will find them gathered by Chakra Falls to the north, engaging in some furtive enterprise, if I might add. The schoolmaster are there. What are you doing? I mean, what can we do for you? What, did I hear you right? And you just told us we've received real orders from real clients? Huh. You thought we was years away from making sellable stuff. Well, thanks to you and Miss Emeloth. We'll put out our best work. Make you proud, you'll see. So you're probably wondering why we've all gathered like this and talking secret talk. You see, we want to do something to show gratitude to the Sultana for granting us this opportunity to become Goldsmith and contribute to Alamega's future. Why? She even sacrificed their mother's crown, and seeing as our wares are now fit for the market, it's time we repaid her kindness. The problem is we can't decide how to go about it. What to give her. I was thinking maybe we could use the crown's remaining gems to make something, but beyond that... Oh, I have an idea. The meeting with the clients will take place at ffXIV, and Master Marcel will be on hand, am I right? But if anyone knows a suitable tribute, it would be him. So perhaps we could consult him on it while we're there, and it would give us heart if you were present as well. Yeah, what she said. We'd feel a lot better having you with us. Anyway, we'd best be off. Come on, you two. We've got orders to receive. You know, for a moment I'm getting like the vibe that they're maybe wanting to steal the crown. I don't know why. I could be 100% wrong, and I think I am, but... You know. When you know, you know. Those who don't know, those who know. There, I'm pleased to report that the meeting went smoothly and the clients left feeling confident. Madam, your apprentices say you have a consultation for me? Oh, a tribute for the Sultana, and one which makes use of the gems from her Lady Mother's crown. An inspired idea. Alas, I have none of mine own to offer. Not likely is coming to mind. As I'm sure you will appreciate, I am honor-bound to protect my patron's confidentiality. It should not infringe upon my code of conduct to share with you such rumors as are commonly heard in town. If the whispers are to be believed, a maiden who shares an uncanny resemblance to the Sultana has been observed frequenting a certain shop. If the maiden in question is in fact her grace, it may well be that something has taken her fancy, and that something may offer an answer to your question. You've seen the Sultana in disguise on a number of occasions, I believe. You ought to be able to recognize her easily enough. Well, this also sounds promising, and it just so happens Hal and Vito are at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, so I'll fetch them and we'll investigate the rumor together. Once we've got a name for the shop, we'll lie in wait for the Sultana, and we'll need you to be on hand to identify her. See you in a bit, Schoolmaster, and thank you for your kind help, Master Marcel. There's also a quest that I can get to get myself a Fantasia. But I'll just... I don't know. I don't know when I'll be doing that. Schoolmaster, a short while ago there was a sighting of a maiden who looks not unlike her grace, accompanied by a person who looks not unlike an old man. It's second-hand information to be sure, but it's true it's not unlike a golden chance that we just need to find out what the shop is that the Sultana visits. So, that was a weird sentence. Or I just read it in a weird way. No time for supplies. We've got Sultana to find. You'll be pleased to hear I've narrowed down the arms vendor. It's a place owned by one jealous juggernaut. Which means the Sultana's favored shop's just across the way. Keep watch there long enough and she's bound to appear. Whoopsie, that's the medicine seller. That's the guy I don't want to talk to right now. Sorry for making you run around for us like this, Chief, but it won't take much longer, I promise. We've got good info on the shop, what's mentioned in the rumors. It's a sundry goods store, opposite an arms vendor. And there's only so many of those at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Run, bitch. Run. Flee, you fools. Tin can Lalafell. Ah yes, classic canned Lalafell. Based on Waldo. Based on Guido and Hal's information, this is where the Sultana-esque maiden appears. Look! An orchestrion, huh? To come and see this orchestration fairly every day, you truly are taken by it, Lady Lilia. It's perfect in all ways, save for its size. Whether it were small enough to fit my bedchamber. Does an elegant and compact orchestrion not exist? Such an item would suit my lady very well indeed, but I fear it will prove elusive to find even in our great city. Schoolmaster, was that who I think it was? And she desires an elegant and compact orchestrion, by God be praised. Now that we know what to make, we must, wait, what? Now that we know what to make, we must back to Rolger's Reach. We must back to Rolger's Reach. I feel like that's a typo, because I don't think that's, we must go back to Rolger's Reach, so you can get to work right away, and needless to say, we'll be needing your help. Oh, we ought to say our thanks to Master Marcel again, but me and the others can take care of that, so please go on ahead. Back to Rolger's Reach. One day we will reach Rolger. One day we'll reach the heights that is Rolger. Our apprentices have told me all. They wish to present Her Grace with an elegant and compact orchestrion. 'Tis a fine choice for a tribute, and made finer still with the gems from Her Lady Mother's crown. While large machines fashioned by carpenters are the norm, I believe it is well within the realm of possibility to produce a miniature version with our goldsmithing techniques. But by our techniques I mean yours and mine, Schoolmaster. Though our apprentices have become capable enough to fill the odd order, they yet lack the skill needed to craft precision instruments, and orchestrions demand no small degree of precision. But seeing as they are determined, it falls to us to prepare them for the challenge. To that end, I have a mind to test them on a similarly complex apparatus, a tabletop chronometer. From past experiences, rather than being taken by the hand, I believe our apprentices learn best by following your example, and so would ask that you perform another demonstration. Pray begin whenever you are ready, Schoolmaster, and let Kanchana know if you have need of additional materials. I still find it peculiar that, like, when I'm playing this, like, I'm so chill when I'm recording that I'm actually becoming sleepy, which is kind of crazy. How fares the crafting effort, Lynn? Both the apprentices and I eagerly await your finished chronometer. I may also be sleepy because these are crafting quests that are not super interesting. Small desktop chronometer to be employed in the training of apprentices. This, Schoolmaster, is absolutely flawless. My breath fairly caught in my throat. My expectations of you are high as a matter of course, but you manage to transcend them every time. Apprentices, you are not like to find a finer example of a chronometer. Study it well and reproduce it as best as you can, and you shall acquire the requisite knowledge and techniques for making an orchestrion. We're supposed to reproduce that? Oh dear, my hands are starting to shake, and it's not out of dread but excitement of tackling the task. The more I learn goldsmithing, the more I'm made to appreciate the schoolmaster's brilliance. and keenly feel how utterly unpolished I am next to her. You're like a god among goldsmiths, up in your own place in the heavens while we're bumbling down here on the ground. And though we may never get to where you are, we'll keep on climbing every mountain in the hopes that one day we will. Tis well that they are motivated, for this will be the steepest mountain yet, but when they have climbed it, they'll be all the more prepared to climb all the others to come. Just one more. Oh, schoolmaster, our apprentices wish to consult you regarding the equestrian they intend to make for the Sultana. You'll find them over by Chakra Falls, their favorite place to convene when they have something to hide. And while you are there, could you please tell them they are needed at the workshop? As it happens, they have other tasks requiring their attention. Horse, I got a horse. I got myself a beautiful horse. Ah, Schoolmaster there. You'll never guess, but we've already begun working on the orchestrion, and without Miss Emeloff's knowledge, because we wanted to see how well we could do it by ourselves. Like before, we've divided the task between the three of us, and I'm in charge of the cylinder. Each of the parts are ready already, and all that remains is to join them together. Oh, and also apply the finishing touches and affix the gemstones, but these two things we'd like to entrust to you, seeing as the gemworks wouldn't be, well, the gemworks without you. Before we get ahead of ourselves, we'd appreciate it if you and Miss Emeloff could examine our work to make certain everything is up to scratch. So, we've been working on the orchestrion in secret. The adornments are my task, and I was hoping you could tell me how good or shite a job I did. First, we was thinking to make the whole thing together ourselves, but then we got to thinking some more. You and your grace go back a long way, right? Well, seems to us the tributes be all the more special if it was to handle the finishing touches, if you was to handle the finishing touches, attach the gemstones and all that. Chief, mind taking a look at this for me? It's the case with the orchestrion. Fitting the wooden bits together was a deal harder than I expected, but I kept at it until it came together. Or at least, I think it did. Miss Emeroth needs it back? Oh, bugger. We were supposed to unload the supplies. Oh, I forgot something. I was wondering why I always end up on this horse, but then I noticed it's just this one. I don't have random mounts. On the Goldsmith. You've spoken with our apprentices? So, what man of mischief has been keeping them up late at night? An orchestrion beating hard where the music is made. The orchestrion's outer case, crafted from fine lumber. The orchestrion's ornamental trimmings inlaid with beautiful gemstones. They made all of these completely unaided? If they want my honest opinion, it's good enough to assemble and present to the Sultana. With this degree of polish, there's no reason why they couldn't handle the rest themselves. Yet I can appreciate the sentimental value of entrusting the finishing touches and the gemstones to you. As our apprentices say, the gemworks wouldn't be what it is without you, and as the Sultana's personal friend, your involvement would imbue the tribute with greater meaning. In addition to symbolizing her grace's faith in us, the gemstones represent the cherished memories of her mother. If any of us here should have the honor of breathing new life into them, it is you. With that, I shall leave you to it. Remember, should you require additional supplies, you need but speak with Kanshana. I look forward to beholding the finished orchestrion in all its glory. I'm getting hungry. Is it ready, Schoolmaster? The orchestrion? Gods, I believe I'm getting butterflies in spite of myself. An elegant and compact orchestrion custom made by the Crown Gemworks as a tribute for the Sultana. Long live the Sultana! Oh my, this is magnificent. More refined and elegant orchestrion I've never seen. Why, I can already see it gracing the Sultana's chamber. his music imbuing her slumber with sweet dreams. Such a grand tribute calls for a grand occasion in which to present it, and as the creator, suffice it to say, you and the apprentices must be in attendance. I shall arrange for the Crown Gemworks to have an audience with her grace. Until that time, let all keep the nature of the tribute in confidence. The orchestrion I shall leave in your safekeeping, Lynn. At the appointed hour, pray take it to the palace entrance at the royal promenade. State your business to the Sultan sworn on duty, and he will show you in. I shall see you there. Ulda. Ah, yes, my favorite place to go over to. The Royal Promenade. Ah, Lynn of the Crown Gemworks. I've been expecting you. You have the article to be presented, I presume? Yep. Very good. Lest you wonder, your colleagues have already arrived. I shall take you to join them. Her Grace will receive you in her chambers. Omar. Be at ease, my friends. I'm informed you are come with a gift. Yes, Your Grace, a humble token of gratitude from the apprentice Goldsmith for the generosity you have shown them. Do mine eyes deceive? Does it not please you, Your Grace? How should it not please me? It is the very thing I desired, yet it was resigned never to find. And the jewels that adorn it, they are familiar to me, and comfortingly so. Could they be... Indeed, Your Grace, we took a liberty of using jewels from your Lady Mother's crown. So happy. Look at her. Oh my god, she is adorable. May I try it? Not would please us more, Your Grace. Of course they'll play the Ulda music in Ulda. It was a collaboration between the apprentices, who crafted and assembled the primary components, and their schoolmaster Adair, who handled the finishing touches. I gave the crown willingly, expecting naught in return, yet here it is returned to me and reborn in magnificent form. I am grateful beyond words, not only for this gift, but also what it represents. Your coming into your own as Goldsmith, ready to contribute to the future of your homeland. From the first I had every faith in you, Lynn, but even so I dared not hope that this day would come so soon. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. A happier audience we couldn't have expected. Now then, ere we return to Roger's Reach, may I suggest we gather with the Goldsmiths Guild? Look at all these new people enjoying The majesty that is a realm reborn. If they stick around, they're in for an amazing journey. You set out to repay the Sultana, and you have succeeded in the grandest fashion. I am truly happy for you. Master Marcel beheld the orchestration for the first time and was deeply impressed. He makes his way here even as we speak, doubtless with words of praise. Though if I may add, when he called he sounded uncharacteristically flustered. We have a situation on our hands. Oh dear, what could this be about? No sooner did I return to Thames than I was flooded with orders from the self-same orchestron that you presented to the Sultana. Seems that word has gotten out of the Crown's Gemworks tribute for her grace. What will die is not, if not rife with rumors, but it happened with such speed beggars believe. That's passing odd. No one else was in attendance save ourselves, and afterwards we came directly to the guild. Who else could it be, huh? Oh, I'm so sorry, it was me. On the way here I bumped into Momodi and I might have let it slip. I see. If Miss Momodi knows, then 'tis fair to say that so does everyone. Far be it her grace's intent to publicize her initiative, but neither did she expressly forbid us from speaking. You've done no ill, Miss Serendipity. On the contrary, you've done extremely well. From the perspective of commerce, the merchant in me is fairly giddy at the opportunities this presents. So, what say you all? Might Thames aesthetics have the honor of carrying gemwork orchestrations on an Alamegan special? Are you serious? Our handiwork sold at a prestigious place like Thames. Are we ready for this? Don't worry, brother. We've got the schoolmaster at our backs, remember? I think not, lest you forget, my apprentices, you are the heart of this initiative, and relying upon the schoolmaster would take the shine off your tail. I concur with that assessment. Furthermore, for all intents and purposes, a product synonymous with Alamigo has been born this day. In other words, Ladair has fulfilled her role as stipulated by the Sultana, and with distinction besides. It would not be meet to demand more of her. We'll manage by ourselves somehow. I know we will, so you needn't worry. Yes, that's the spirit. Now, even though Lynn won't be on hand like before, I'm sure she'll visit Rogger's Reach whenever she's able, and you may rest assured that Emmeloft won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Near or far, you'll always be our schoolmaster there, and we'll always be waiting for you. Miss Emmeloft, if it might trouble you for a moment of your time, I should very much like to discuss the matter of supply. And there we go our separate ways. Allow me to say to you all what an honor and privilege it has been to be a part of this tale. Suffice it to say, I shall continue to watch the Crown Gemworks with great interest and ever pray for its success. Till next time, my friends. Complete! 53 as opposed to 39 or 37, I think even. This quest was a lot longer than the Armorsmith one. Anyway, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Little Darren, so we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode we are going to go and continue with better work with this next time. Goodbye.